Hello everybody, welcome to Yoga for Self-Love with Kim. This will be about a 30-minute slow flow vinyasa practice. Instead of sun salutations, we'll bring in some moon salutations today. So bring yourself into a comfortable space to begin your practice. You can find a comfortable seat. You can bring yourself into child's pose or just take a little mini shavasana. Take a moment to get centered and grounded. Check in with yourself. Notice how you're feeling today. And honor wherever you are today. Let go of any judgment and just be curious about what is happening for you. As always, I invite you to bring in the intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, compassionate with yourself as you move through the practice. And to bring this intention with you off the mat if you so choose. And please make this practice yours. Every day is different. Take what works for you today and honor what your body has to give you. Close your eyes. Relax. And send your awareness through your body, from your feet, up through your legs, up into the belly, the buttocks, the torso, the rib cage and chest, the back body. Send your awareness up into your shoulders, your arms, your hands and fingers, your neck, your throat, and your jaw. Send your awareness up into your face, your head, scalp, forehead, crown of your head. Begin to check in with your breath. Take a few nice, deep breaths here. In through the nose, down into the belly. Let the belly expand, the low back expand, the side waist expand. Draw the breath up into the chest. Feel the rib cage expand all the way around. Draw the breath all the way up to the collarbones. Filling your whole body, your whole torso with the breath. Releasing the breath from the chest, the belly, up and out through your nose. A few more nice, deep, expansive inhalations like this, down into the belly, filling the torso all the way around, releasing the breath, back up and out through the nose, drawing back in towards center as you release the breath up and out. A few more deep breaths. Now begin to flutter your eyes open, call yourself back, and find your way up into a standing position. We'll bring it up into our mountain pose, facing the long edge of your mat. Take palms together at the heart, root down through the feet. Lift up through the inner arches, draw in and up through the inner legs, in and up through the low belly, in and up through the low back, up through the side waist, reach up through the crown of your head. And reach the arms up, palms together, rooting down into the earth, keeping that side body long. Lift the rib cage up and over to the right as you side bend yourself to the right, and then bring yourself back up to center. And you side bend it over to the left, back up to center. Step your feet out wide, toes out, knees out, heels in. Lower your hips down, and we'll bring it into goddess pose or temple pose or horse pose as you lift the arms up, cactus the arms, spread the fingers wide, and then release the arms down as you straighten the legs, turn the feet in. Now turn the right toes up towards the top of your mat. Hips, pelvis, shoulders facing this long edge of your mat. We'll soften the right knee and then begin to pull the right hip back as you side bend over to the right. Again, keeping both sides of the body long. Triangle pose. Take your right fingers to your shin or your thigh. If you like, you can reach that left arm up. And then release that left hand down. Soften that right knee. We'll step the left foot in and turn to face the top of your mat. So short stance here. We'll take it into pyramid pose. Right hip pulls back. Press down into the feet, hug in through the legs, and begin to fold the torso forward. Now we'll take fingers down to the mat, step that left foot back a little bit, and lower that left knee down to the mat. We'll take it into a low lunge, untuck your toes, press down into the feet, lift up through the belly, reach the arms up. And now take hands inside this right foot. Press down into the right foot. We'll begin to roll up onto that left heel and point the left toes up towards the ceiling. You can keep your hands down on the mat here, or maybe open the arms out to the sides. And then hands will come down to the mat. Crawl yourself back into center. You can heel toe your feet in a little bit. Turn the toes out, knees out. We'll take it into a wide squat. Fingers down at the mat, or you could bring the palms together. Elbows inside the knees. Press the knees open with the elbows at the same time as you hug the elbows in with the knees. And then lower the hands down. We'll take it over to the other side now. Step that left foot towards the top of the mat and roll up on to the right heel. Hands can stay down on the mat here, or again, you open the arms up. Now fingers come up to the top of the mat. We'll begin to turn that right foot down, drop that right knee down to the mat, and come up through our low lunge on the other side. Hands to the mat. We'll tuck the back toes under. Step that back foot in a little bit. Plant that back foot. Hug that left hip back. Keep fingers down on the mat or hands to the hips. Press into the feet. Lengthen out through the crown of your head as you fold in over this left leg. Press into the feet. Lift yourself up. Now we'll turn that right foot so it's sort of parallel-ish towards the other end of the mat. Take it into our triangle pose here. Soften that left knee. Pull that left hip back and fold it over to the left. Left fingers to the shin or the thigh. Right arm reaches up. Right hand comes back down. Soften that left knee. Press into that left foot. Turn yourself back to center. We'll come back through goddess pose. Toes out, knees out. Lower yourself down. Cactus the arms again. And then release the arms down. Straighten the legs. Turn the feet in. Step yourself together. Palms come back to center. Let's do it again. Reach the arms up. Root down through the feet, down through the legs. Nice and tall. Lift up through the crown of the head. Fold it over to the right. Back up to center. Fold it over to the left. Back up you come. Hands back to the heart. Step your feet out. We'll come back into our goddess pose. Lower the hips down. Cactus the arms. And then release the arms down. Turn that left foot in, right toes towards the top of the mat again. Soften that right knee. Pull that right hip back as you make that right leg a little bit straighter. Could have a little micro bend in that right knee. Left arm reaches up as you come back through your triangle. We'll take it over into our pyramid pose again. Fingers down to the mat. Turn to face top of the mat. Step that left foot in. Lift up the belly, lengthen out through the crown of your head. Fold yourself in. And then we'll drop that left knee down to the mat. Untuck the toes, lift yourself up. Hands come inside that right foot. Press into the right foot. Roll up onto that left heel. Hands stay down at the mat or reach the arms wide. Hands come back down to the mat. Walk yourself into center. You can walk the feet in. Lower your bum down. Palms come back together. Elbows inside the knees. Squat pose. Release the hands down over to the other side. We'll step that left foot up the mat a little bit. Roll up onto that right heel. Fingers down on the mat, or you open the arms wide. Hands come down, turn to face the other end of the mat. Back through your low lunge. Drop that right knee down. Press down into that left foot. Lift the arms up. Reach up through the fingertips. Hands come down to the mat. Tuck your back toes under. Step that back foot in a little bit. Lift up the belly. And fold in over that left leg. Step that right foot back a little bit. Toes pointing up towards the long edge of the mat. Lift yourself up. And then we'll fold it into triangle. Soften the left knee. Fold it over to that left side. Side body long. Left fingers to shin or thigh or mat or block. Right arm reaching up. Soften that left knee. Press into it. Open it up. Turn back to face that long edge of the mat. Toes out, knees out. Lower yourself back down. Goddess pose. Press into the feet. Release the arms down. Step your feet back together. Palms to the heart. Reach the arms up. Fold it to the right. Back up through center. Fold it to the left. Back up through center. Palms come back down as you step your feet out wide. Goddess pose again. Lower the hips down. Reach the arms up. Pull the skull back. Fingers back. Elbows back. Heart lifted. And then release the arms down. Turn the right toes up towards top of the mat. Soften that right knee. Pull the hips back as you fold into your triangle to the right. Soften that front knee. Turn to face top of the mat. Fingers come down to the mat. You could use blocks here if you like. We'll pull that right hip back. Lift up the belly. Fold in over that right leg. Pyramid pose. And then lower that left knee down to the mat. Reach the arms up, low lunge. Hands inside this front foot. And again, we roll up onto that left heel. Keep hands down or open arms wide. Hands come back down, bring yourself back to center. Find that squat pose. Maybe you heel toe your feet in a little bit. Lift the heart. Over to the other side. Left foot steps up towards top of the mat. You roll up onto right heel. Arms wide. Take it to the other end of the mat. Drop that right knee down to the mat. Come up through your low lunge. And then hands come down. Tuck the back toes under. Step that foot up. Fold in over that left leg for your pyramid pose. Lift it up. We'll turn the right foot back out. Press into that left foot. Soften that knee. Lift yourself up. Fold it over to the left. Triangle pose again. Right arm reaches high. Press down into that left foot. Soften that knee. Lift up. Turn back towards the long edge of your mat. Toes out, knees out. Lower yourself down. Arms reach wide. Straighten the legs, lower the arms down, turn the feet back in, step it back together. Take palms back to your heart. Let's go again. Arms reach up. Fold it to the right. Back up. Fold it to the left. Back to center. Palms come down to the heart. Step your feet out wide. Lower the hips down. Goddess pose. Cactus the arms. And then release the hands down. Straighten the legs. Turn the left toes in. Right toes turn towards top of your mat. Little bend in that right knee. And then pull the right hip back. Fold over to the right. Triangle pose. Let's take it into our pyramid pose. Turn to face the top of the mat. Step that left foot in. Fold in over that right leg. Drop that left knee down to the mat. Sweep the arms up. Press into the feet. Lift up through the belly, up through the pelvic floor, up through the heart. Hands come inside that front foot. Roll up onto left heel. Fingers stay down where you reach the arms out to the sides. Hands to the mat. Bring yourself back to center. Find that wide squat pose here as you lower your bum down. Palms back together at your heart. And then hands come back down to the mat. Step that left foot up and we'll roll up onto that right heel. Fingers down or arms wide. Back to the other end of the mat. Roll that right knee down. Untuck those right toes. Sweep the arms up for your low lunge. And then fingers to the mat. Tuck the back toes. Step that back foot in. Hug that left hip back. Fold in over that left leg. And then lift it up. Turn the right toes back up towards that long edge of your mat. Lift yourself up. Soften that left knee. And then fold to the left triangle. Right hand comes down. Soften the left knee. Lift up. Back to face top of the mat. Bend the knees, lower the hips down. Lift up the arms. Release your arms down. Step your feet together. Palms back to heart. Let's take it through one more round here of moon salutations. Arms reach up. Fold right. Back up through center. Fold left. Back up to center. Palms down to the heart. Step feet wide. Lower it down. Goddess pose, temple pose. And then release the arms down. Turn the feet up towards the long edge of your mat. Right toes turn up towards that top edge of your mat. Soften that right knee. Fold it over to the right. Triangle pose. Fingers to the mat. Face up towards top of that mat. Step that left foot up. Hug that right hip back. Fold in over the right leg. And then release the left knee down to the mat. Lift your arms back up. Warrior one. Hands inside that front foot. Roll up onto left heel, toes point up. Fingers stay on the mat or you reach it wide. Hands down to the mat. Bring it back to center. Find that wide squat pose. Palms come back together. And then release it. Left toes up towards top of the mat. You roll up onto that right heel. Heart lifted. Maybe reaching arms wide. And then turn up towards the other end of the mat. Roll that right knee down. We'll bring it up into our low lunge. Hands down to the mat. Step that right foot in. Short stance. Left hip pulls back. Fold in over that left leg. Lift it up. Turn the right toes up towards top of your mat. Soften that left knee. Fold to the left. triangle, right arm up. And then right hand comes down to the hips. Soften the left knee. Press into that left foot. Lift up. Turn the feet back in. And then turn knees and toes out. Knees and toes going in the same direction. Sit your bum down low. Reach the arms up. Straighten the legs. Turn the feet in. This time, arms reach wide. We'll take hands to the hips. Soften the knees a little bit. Pull the hips back and fold yourself in. All the way down. Hands stay on the hips or come down to the mat. Shake, nod your head here. Maybe play around with moving the weight back and forth in the feet, the heels to the toes. And then you bring it back to your center point. Soften the knees, press into the heels, lift your heart, come all the way up. Step your feet in, palms together. Let's reach the arms up, fold it over to the right, back up to center, and fold it over to the left, back up to center. Palms come back down to the heart. Take a breath or two here. Notice the effects of your practice. Close the eyes for a moment if you like. And then release the hands down. Find your way down to your mat. Bring yourself into a seated posture. Cross the shins if that is available to you. And if not, you find whatever comfortable seat works for you. Root down through the sitting bones, through the pubic bone. Sit up nice and tall. And we'll begin to fold it forward, hinging from your hips. Walk the hands out. And then reach it back up. Switch cross of your shins if you have the shins crossed. Again, sit up nice and tall. And then fold forward, hinging from your hips. Back nice and long. And then back up you come. Take palms together with the heart. Again, sit up tall, reach up through the crown. Little baby twist over to the right. Back to center. And then little baby twist over to the left. Come back to center. Release the hands down. And find your way down onto your back. Plant the feet down, reach the arms forward. Slowly begin to lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Reach your legs and your arms up and just begin to gently shake out the arms and the legs. And then send the legs down the mat, arms out to the sides. Bring yourself into Shavasana, final relaxation pose. Let everything go. Everything relax. Let go of effort, let go of doing, and just let yourself be now. Stay in your Shavasana for as long as you like. The longer, the better. And when you feel ready, begin to call yourself back. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Sigh it out of your mouth. Invite movement in, wiggle fingers and toes. Roll out wrists and ankles, yawn, sigh, wiggle, stretch. And take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, connect back in and notice how you feel. Come back to your intention. Be gentle, kind, patient, loving, compassionate with yourself. Good job showing up for your practice today, being here for yourself, taking this time for you. Release your hands. Rest here for another moment or slowly roll yourself over to one side. And then slowly press yourself up. Come back into a seated position, palms together at your heart. May you feel safe, may you be healthy, may you be happy, may you live with ease, may your heart be open to love, compassion, may you know joy. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. With love and gratitude, namaste.